What's up, everyone? This is Ban Black Ops for GameGuideCentral.com. We are getting the treasure hats, which are the remaining hats, the remaining of the red hats. The treasure hats are the ones that add multipliers or give us special different ways to get a lot of money in this game, a lot of the studs. So the first one we're working on here is character treasure, which is inside of the inn. We need to come over here and use a character who has either bombs or the big heavy gun. In this case, I clicked Marty because Marty has the super powerful gun. So all we need to do is inside of the inn here, which is right to the left of the starting area at the hub, at the port, just blow up these barrels here, buy it for 150,000, and character treasure allows you to, when you kill a Lego character, he drops studs for you. So instead of just dropping down, he'll drop studs and you can pick them up. It's a pretty helpful one. This one here is treasure magnet, a very helpful one. This is almost as good as something like ×2 because you're going to be able to pick up things that you would normally not be able to pick up. This is right at the beginning, right across the water. Just walk south and pick up all these extra studs here. It's 250,000, and like I said, treasure magnet will automatically suck in any of the studs that are in your close vicinity. So if they're in a little bit too far jumping range or something like that, or when you just destroy a barrel or something, you don't have to worry about walking around and trying to pick up every single one that you dropped down. You're just going to be able to suck them all in with treasure magnet. It's one of the first ones I bought. Actually, is the very first one I bought. I think, yeah, it is the very first one I bought, and it was definitely very helpful. So I recommend getting this one somewhat early, because once you have a lot of treasure, once you have a lot of studs, there's nothing to worry about as far as getting every single other unlockable in the game. Always double treasure is right here to the left of the main port at the starting spot. What you need to do is pick up a little flame, a little bit of the torch over here, and light the cannon. And then there are going to be 3 targets that are going to be going up and down. You need to hit all 3 of them. I hit them on my second try here. Hit that one there, and then all you have to do is hit all 3 of them. Pretty sure you don't have to hit them in any order or anything. Just knock them down. And once you do, you will be able to buy always double treasure. Always double treasure is for 600,000. I didn't have quite enough on this one right here, so I actually came back for it a little later, which I'll put up right now. And once I had enough money, I came back and bought it. Always double treasure is pretty much the same thing as ×2. It just multiplies your amount. So if you had maybe if you have a ×2 and a ×4, that would be ×8 for your studs. But if you also have the double treasure, that would be ×16. So it's definitely a very useful one. Get this one somewhat early. And you'll definitely have a lot of luck with that, and it's not super expensive. 600,000 is pricey, but you should be able to get that right back if you have something like double on. Over here we have treasure ×2, which works just like always double pretty much. It just multiplies your amount of studs for each time you're picking it up. And all you have to do is hop on all these 5 poles as fast as you can before the next one hops up. This is right across on the beach from the starting port, from the starting spot at the hub. It costs 500,000, and it doubles the amount of studs for whenever you pick something up. It's a very helpful one. All these treasure ones are very helpful. So again, get that one as early as you can as well. Treasure ×4 is one that you need to have Blackbeard with, and you have to have Blackbeard's powers with his sword. It costs 1 million studs, which seems like a lot, but once you have these treasure ones, 1 million is pretty much nothing. You'll get that with just breaking a couple barrels. That's how useful all these times multipliers are for your studs. So come up to it and press the button, which is the action button, and it allows you to open up this area here. You walk through like this, and when you're inside of here, switch your character to one of the characters that yells, that either, you know, sings, or the one guy who sings, or your character who's the mermaid, who her name is Serena, I believe it is. Just sing right next to this glass, it'll shatter, and there is the hat. Treasure ×4 multiplies your treasure ×4. Very simple, makes a lot of sense. 1 million is what it costs, so it's a lot, but again, it's very helpful. And when you have all the treasure multipliers on at once, it comes out to being a ridiculous amount. Treasure ×6, it cost 1.5 million. I walked over here. For sometimes when you're done getting one of the hats, that same area will drop down something good. In this case, it dropped down a big stud that gives you millions of points with all these treasures on. What you need to do is these silver things around the well here, you need to destroy them. And I'm not sure if you can just use a regular Lego character. I tried for a few seconds, but then I just decided to switch to Marty because they are silver, and blowing things up that are silver are Marty's specialty. So all you need to do is come over to them, shoot them an unlimited amount of times. each one 2 or 3 or 4 times, and eventually a red hat will appear out of the well, and you'll be able to get it there. So go back and forth and hit all of them. I hadn't hit this one here on the left yet, so I did that a couple times. And after you just destroy them a whole bunch of times, I don't think there's any method to it. I don't think there's anything like you have to hit this one a certain amount of times or hitting them in order or anything. Just keep hitting them like crazy. Eventually, the red hat will appear. Treasure times 6 multiplies your stud count by 6 for whatever when you're picking them up. Again, of course, it's extremely helpful, and it helps you have a crazy amount of studs. At treasure times 8 is the next one. It costs 2 million. It is as well on this side of the port. It's on the left side, on the west side. Walk over here to where this bridge is, and you need to carry this thing across here. Of course, you already rebuilt the bridge, and then put one barrel into this spot here. The second one you need to walk all the way across and put it into this spot right here, and smushing Blackbeard is optional if you can, because that's always fun. And again, this is where Blackbeard is. He's in this spot every single time, so you shouldn't have any problems with ever finding him. And then you just need to go inside, and to the left hand, or to the up towards the front, smashing this barrel right here, which has a bunch of little white things in it. There it is, treasure times 8, which is cost 2 million, but it multiplies it by 8, so it's very, very helpful. And turning all these on at the same time is crazy. And the next one we're going to be getting is treasure times 10, and that's what we're working on right now, which costs 2.5 million. At this point, you can see in the far left corner on the top, it says times 768. That's with all of them on except for treasure times 10, which means when I put on treasure times 10, it's going to be times 7,680, which is absolutely ridiculous. Right in front of this treasure, I'm sorry, not treasure, right in front of this lighthouse, you need to rebuild the golden bricks here, then destroy them, then rebuild them again to make this box appear. Turn the wheel twice to pick up this switch right here, and then go inside of it, and it'll lift you up. Right here is where one of the red hats are, but that's not the one that we're getting at the moment. We can keep on climbing all the way up this little rock climbing wall type thing. Jump over to the left where this rope is, where the chain is that's dangling down, and then continue climbing all the way up. And right up here is where you need to look through this telescope. And what you need to do is look for the island. There's 2 islands. The one's pretty much right in the middle is where you're going to find the spot that you need to look at right here. And you need to look at this person right here who's going to be digging up some treasure chests. I'm going to speed this up because it takes a while. It's pretty much double the time that I'm showing you right now. If you miss him, meaning if you lose the person's view just for a half a second, even like the toe gets out of this circular view, you're going to have to start the entire thing over. It happened to me once. So what you need to do is make sure that you're always looking at the character directly, putting the speed back to normal speed right about now. And when they dig up the third and final treasure, they slap their legs and do a weird dance. I have no idea what that's about. But when it pops back to yours, the red hat appears right to your left. It costs 2.5 million, but once you put that on, you have times 7,680. And there's the achievement, You May Throw My Hat, which is getting all 20 of the red hats, collecting all 20 of the red hats in single player only. Very, very helpful to use all these times multipliers. If these could be the first ones you get, it's very helpful, because then everything else in the game becomes really easy. You'll have all the other helpful cheats on, or hats, whatever you want to call them. But this is what it looks like when I have all of them on, including the disguise one. So, alright guys, thanks very much for watching this guide series. I hope it helped you get all of the 20 hats. Please visit GameGuideCentral.com for more Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as many, many other games that have already been released, and many games yet to come. This has been Bam Black Ops. I'm very glad you can watch, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.